All right, let's jump right in. In the next few minutes, we're going to blitz through one of the easiest scoring chapters in all of JEE mains, statistics. So get ready because we're about to lock in these formulas and grab those easy marks.
So let's be real for a second. Does your formula sheet for stats feel a little chaotic? Yeah, you're not alone. It's a super common problem, but that's exactly what we're here to fix. We're going to cut through the noise and make it all click. So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why this chapter is such a golden opportunity. Then we'll nail down the basics, finding the center and measuring the spread. After that, a rapid-fire rundown of the most important formulas. And we'll wrap up with a little challenge to get your brain working.
Okay, let's get into it. First things first, why even bother putting energy here? Well, because this isn't just another chapter, it's practically a free hit for scoring marks. You know, the best thing about statistics in the JEE is how predictable it is. The questions are almost always a direct plug-and-play of the formulas. There are no crazy conceptual twists. So the deal is simple. You master these formulas, and you directly add marks to your final score. It's that straightforward.
Now, let's get to the heart of it. Literally. The first thing you do with any set of data is find its center. And we've got three main tools for that: the mean, median, and mode.
First up, the arithmetic mean. You know this one. It's just the good old average. It's the workhorse of stats. Super simple, super powerful, and it's the foundation for almost everything else we're about to do.
And what's really key on this slide is seeing how the idea of the mean stays the same, but the formula changes depending on your data. Whether you have a simple list, a frequency table, or those class intervals, there's a specific version to use. Knowing which one to pick is half the battle.
Next up, we've got the median. Just think of it as the physical middle point of your data. But here's the #1 mistake people make, especially under exam pressure. You have to arrange the data in order first. Always. The median is all about its position in line.
And finally, the easiest one to remember, the mode. Mode just means most often. It's the most popular kid in the dataset, the value that shows up more than any other. Simple as that.
Okay, so we've found the center, but that's only part of the picture. Is all the data clustered tightly around that center, or is it spread out all over the place? To figure that out, we need to measure the spread.
I mean, think about it, right? You could have two batsmen and they both have the exact same average score, but maybe one guy is super consistent, always scoring around that average. The other guy, he's all over the place, sometimes a century, sometimes a duck. Their means are identical, but their spreads tell completely different stories.
And this brings us to the big one, variance. That's sigma squared. It's the official way we measure that spread. Basically, it asks, on average, how far is each data point from the mean? The bigger the variance, the more spread out the data is. Now this slide, this is where you need to pay attention. This is an exam hack. See, you've got the basic formula for variance, but then you've got this shortcut method. And trust me, in the JEE, where every single second matters, this shortcut formula is your absolute best friend. It saves you so much calculation time. So variance is great, but it has this one little weird thing. The units are squared. Kind of hard to wrap your head around, right? Well, that's why we have standard deviation, or just sigma. We just take the square root of the variance, and boom, we get a measure of spread that's back in the same units as our data. So if your data is in meters, your standard deviation is also in meters. Much more intuitive. Okay, listen up, because this is a certified JEE Pro tip. This gets tested all the time. If you add or subtract the same number from every single data point, the spread, the variance, doesn't change at all. It just shifts, but if you multiply or divide everything by a number, oh yeah, the variance changes big time. They love to build tricky questions around this idea. All right, time for the rapid-fire round. These are the special formulas that JEE question setters absolutely love to use. Let's get these burned into your memory. First, combined mean. This is what you use when they give you two separate groups and ask for the overall average. You can see it's just a weighted average. You take the size of each group, multiply it by its mean, add them up, and divide by the total number of people. Super handy. Okay, now for combined variance. I know, it looks intimidating, but it's a favorite type of JEE problem. The whole secret is understanding those D terms. All D is the difference between a group's own mean and the new combined mean. So you're basically mixing the internal spread of each group with the spread between the two groups. Get comfortable with this formula structure. And here it is, an absolute gem. The variance of the first n natural numbers. If a question ever asks for the variance of, say, the number is from 1 to 100, you don't actually calculate it. You just plug n equals 100 into this formula.
Memorize this. It's a massive, massive shortcut.
All right, we've gone through the concepts, we've got the formulas, we've even got the pro tips. Now, let's switch gears from just memorizing to actually thinking like a problem solver.
So, I'll leave you with this classic JEE-style challenge. They give you a data set, tell you the variance, but then they say, oops, one of the numbers was wrong. Here's the correct one. How do you find the new correct variance? Think it through. It's a multi-step process where you have to work backwards, fix the error, and then calculate forward again. That's the kind of thinking that gets you top ranks. Keep practicing, and you will absolutely nail it.